back for Rhode Island to run some shows in Rhode Island. We had a October show that was scheduled, but we after this last Mohegan show, we pulled out of the Mohegan shows. They're looking to bring us to Missouri, Florida, North Carolina, but it's a lot, I mean, for the most part, all the guys work, real jobs, and they do this as a hobby.
Yeah, so we're up in Syracuse. But I mean, Richard travels with the Dynasty through here so often, and he's amazing to watch.
Yep.
And we'd love to see you up here soon too.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You're done with the traveling.
Well, even that, I've just, again, I'm good. I'm good with, where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's all about my kid, and it's about PAPW. It's not about Paul. So,
Just thank you so much for your time and for being on the show. Is there anything else, any final thoughts you have for the listeners?
no, I wish you the best. Hopefully the podcast gets a lot of exposure. And we'll circle back and we'll do another one soon.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Paul.
There you have it, guys. Paul Roma on the podcast. I can't tell you how honored and ecstatic I was that Paul agreed to be on the show. And I hope to have him on again soon sometime to talk more about PAPW and his protege, Richard Holliday. It was an honor. That's all I could say about that. And you hear in his voice and you hear in his words that he's not one of those guys that hangs on to the business. He just wants to give back to the business and training the younger talent. It's not about him anymore. He doesn't want the spotlight. It's all about his talent, his proteges. Well, there's a lot going on in Central New York. I hope you guys check out those 2 new promotions in October. Check out the Dynasty on the 29th. Hopefully we'll know more about the venue later tonight. Today's Sunday, the 23rd of September, just a couple days before the event. But we know the Dynasty, they'll pull it out and they will have an announcement later tonight. So no worries there. We'll see everybody at Table for Two in Westmoreland or wherever it might end up next Saturday, the 29th. Make sure you're paying attention to the Dynasty Facebook page and the Dynasty fan page as well to make sure you know where you're going on Saturday night, September the 29th. There's going to be a huge main event between Rick Recon and Sergeant Fury in a tables match. We also know that Johnny the Man Moran will be there. Christina Marie, the Diamonds champion, will be there. And Muhammad Hassan will be there as well. You'll remember him from the WWE. He was forced to leave the WWE because his character was a little too extreme at the time, a time when terrorism was big. He returned to wrestling back in the Dynasty. I don't know if it was earlier this year or late last year, but he's coming back to the Dynasty this Saturday night at Table for Two after relinquishing the title a couple months ago. It's going to be interesting to hear what he has to say. Why did he relinquish the title? Why is he coming back to Dynasty now after leaving the title behind? We'll find out answers to all those questions, and I will be there. The podcast will be there. We hope to see a lot of fans there. We'll have a table set up there. Come get your information from CNY WRESTLES podcast. You can get in touch with us on Facebook, CNY WRESTLES podcast page. We're also on Twitter at podcast CNY, and you can email us at cnywrestlespodcast@gmail.com. If you're a wrestler and you need to promote an event, get in touch with us. We'll get you on the podcast. It's that easy. We are recording everything through Skype audio now. We find that's the most effective way to do conversations. So if you are going to be a guest on the podcast, please have a Skype account set up, or I could walk you through it. No big deal. there you have it, folks. We'll be back next week with another edition of the CNY Wrestles podcast. Have a good week, and we'll see you at the Dynasty event on the 29th.